heading of wait, what?
Shadow and Thunder, we're gonna hold for you. The runway is yours.
Lightning, this is Shadow. Are you trying to get us to hit those man pads up north? The ones that are circled with white boxes?
Yeah, affirm.
Hey, Lightning, we have those pre-targeted and designated. We can scramble and hit them in one mic.
Copy, wait one. Shadow and Thunder, you are cleared hot on any white box, man pads, or other targets. How copy, over.
This is just a clarification, so white box, not yellow?
Affirm, yellow boxes are for rotary. How copy, over.
Good copy. Me and Thunder here are just gonna mark up some targets, and then we're going to go.
Lightning 2 copies all. Advise when you take off. You're in route. Over.
Affirm.
Thunder starting up for departure. Taxiing south to taxiway Bravo 3.
Stalker 1, this is Lightning 2 message.
Alright, I'll just... Thunder holding short of taxiway Bravo 3, re-equating my targets.
launching?
We're holding for the A-10. I'm also trying to establish contact with Lightning, and I haven't heard him. I haven't heard him call back.
I haven't heard you call for him.
God damn it, radio bug. Bye. You guys heard me on 50.1?
Negative. Bob, you got me on 50.1.
I've got you on 50.1.
Yeah, I was gonna say Stucker to you, copy.
Lightning Thunder's taken off for first initial run.
92 copies all. Odin 792, be advised we are compromised at our objective. We are engaging targets at this time. Moving to find
Odin,
our
start
target.
one.
Over.
Is that on 5-0?
Yeah, on 5-0, this 60 has the radio bug. I can't contact anyone. Could you be able to Zeus a new one for me?
Yeah, I'll see if that does anything.
Are you sure it's not just your plugin?
That's the first thing I fixed.
Well, shit.
This happened last night, too.
Plot twist, the radio in the Blackhawk last night got blown up.
That's right, the captain was just here trying to unfuck our comms.
Lightning 2, this is Thunder. I'm currently climbing at this moment. We'll be gauging those man pads momentarily.
Lightning 2 copies all. You're cleared hot.
Let me try this again.
Odin 2, Warthog elements, be advised those man pads in Hadassah have been eliminated by ANA diversionary assault, so you don't have to worry about the far north.
Lightning, Thunder Pickle on roadblock.
Lightning Stalker 1.
Heard you that time, Bob.
Yeah, so I think the 60s are bugged.
But I did hear you over the radio.
Just now,
When you called for lightning, yeah.
I'm sitting in a 47.
Oh.
Let me check an ME6.
Yeah, I was gonna say I should hop in that thing and see if they can hear me.
Lightning Thunder Pickle on manpad.
I'm gonna come back to my original pad at least.
Lightning, this is Warhawk 2 about to take off and start run.
Did you guys hear that last call on 6-2?
From you?
Affirm.
Negative.
I'm gonna reconnect to TeamSpeak.
I'm not sure if this tail rotor's broke or if my rudder's broke.
I saw you spinning around there. Well, we're having all kinds of fun tonight.
I'm literally sitting on the repair pad and have been.
Pickle on manpad. Roger that.
Where do you check 50?
Copy 50.
I don't get it.
This is Shadow. I'm reading your Lightning 2. A little staticky, but what you need?
Copy. Do you guys have you eliminated all of the man pads this time? Over.
Lightning rifle on this manpad didn't. Looks like bomb didn't hit.
Well, would you guys, one of you guys mind running the 60 if your radios are working? Because well, I don't know. It might not work for me on anything but that 47. I don't know.
Well, I was gonna say, do you want me to go over there and check and see if I can get radios?
That bird over there is all set up for rockets and stuff. Just roll this crew into a 60.
I can't tell if my rudder's broken on this bird, which has been sitting on the repair pad, or if my rudder pedals are fucking weird right now.
That 60's destroyed almost.
guys hear my transmission on 50 point? Oh, you're mobile. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna test this MH6 out real quick, so.
No.
You don't have me at 50.1?
Were you talking at 50.1 just now?
Yes, sir.
Radio check 50.1.
Copy 50.1.
Yay! I got an aircraft that works.
And I have rudder pedals that don't. I need a second. I'm gonna unplug them and plug them back in.
I did hear you, Bob, over 62.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna set up my radio. Okay, can I hear somebody on 50.1 again, please?
This is Stalker 650.1.
Thank you, Jesus. This all works. I got everything in the correct ear.
I never did get an answer from Lightning.
He might be laying dead, for all we know. Odin Stalker 1 on 50.
This is Odin, send it.
Yeah, we going to be updating those map markers as Thunder and Shadow deal with them?
Roger, I'm doing that now. Multiple enemies are enveloping Hangman right now over their current position. At Gadir, just east of Gadir, they got a ton of enemy coming in from the north.
Copy, I see those targets. Looks like Thunder's working the problem. If you need any other, let us know.
If you can get at least one AH-6 up to get them close air support, we need to get them out of there. I asked them to bug out about 8 minutes ago. They're just kind of holding their ground right now.
Roger that. Be advised, I'm running an MH6 right now because neither of the 60s have the radios work for me, so the radio works in this one, so hopefully they have less than 7 or 8 people.
I can go test that Black Hawk out.
Vehicle, I'm just trying to get them back to it.
Alright guys, you heard the man, so let's get at least one AH-6 ready to head up there.
I'm in the Black Hawk now, and the radio's working.
Thanks, ass.
You want me out of this Black Hawk? What do you want me to do? Hey, what do you want me to do? You want me out of this Black Hawk and an AH-6? What do you want me to do?
Yeah, forget about the Black Hawk. I'm going to still fly transport. I'm just going to do it from the Little Bird. Go back to your AH-6. Hangman's getting ready to get encircled. They're falling back to the hilltop. and they're getting fixed-wing support from the north side of Gadir. They're dropping bombs up there, but they might need H6 cast pretty quick, and they may need me to go there and pick them up off that hilltop. Looks like the defenses around the dam have been taken out, so we might have a free reign up there.
All right. I just heard free file.
Dude, you're
Spool
firing
it up.
on Hangman Romeo. Go the other direction.
Negative, no it's not. Hangman Romeo's on the hill.
This is Stock Viking 6, spooling up, staging area.
Yeah, you... Hangman, what's your status? Roger,
We cleared the
do you
lift?
need a RATAC?
At least one aircraft is clear, so Eddie, go ahead and lift and stage up south of
Roger that. We'll
south
hang
of the
over,
dam for
make
now,
sure
and
it's,
see if you can
Stock
check
at
in
1,
with
this
them.
is lightning.
If need be, they're on
Over.
squad channel 1 on short range.
Roger that. This is Stalker 6, tack out, 350.
Because nobody's answering 6-2.
This is Shadow coming in for landing. Emergency landing for rearm refuel.
Stalker
Cool,
2,
from
lightning
which
2,
way?
interrogative.
This is gonna be 1-8.
I see it coming in. Caution, there's a helicopter right under you.
Yeah, I see ya.
Lightning, this is Viking 6, I'll copy.
This is lightning 2. Send it.
Ace report, 6,762, 19 Hydras, 2 Hellfires. Time on station, 1 hour.
Lightning 2 copies. Be advised. Recommend you proceed towards the area of the avoid the dam marker 6-digit grid 179er 099er. How copy? Over.
179er, 009er, solid.
If I can be advised,
Check
watch
099er.
for the man pads. I got no confirmed PDA on them, but I know my bomb's hit.
CGA, what's your location?
Be advised that man pad just north of the dam is still active. I can see him on the UAV.
I'm on the repair pad. I had fixed my rudder pedals.
I can re-engage that,
Okay, good. As soon as you're ready to go, I'd go up and form up with Eddie.
I'll engage it. I'm gonna load up for some other stuff. Odin, this is Shadow.
Lightning 2, this is Thunder.
Send for lightning 2.
In fact, I think I'm going to be heading up there
Christian,
shortly
just mark that
myself.
fucking man pad that's still up.
Yeah, affirm. Hit that.
Odin, this is Shadow. Do you copy?
Send again.
Yeah, where are the vehicles?
is
I
that
see a bunch of
Viking
vehicles
pulling up
moving around.
right now
Are
with the
all those designated enemy?
Unknown at this time. I can't really track where they are right
One
now.
spooling.
2 spooled.
I'm gonna load up some Mavericks.
Got ground personnel coming up to me.
Checkmate 1, lightning 2.
Thunder rifle. Shack. Man pad down.
I just noticed my laser code was 1111, and I hit Control Shift Q and Control Shift E, and neither of them is changing it, so that's cool.
Your laser has to be on to do it.
That doesn't actually make sense, because it can lock onto other lasers, but okay.
Alright, checkmate 1 lifting for present position departure to the north.
I'll follow up behind you.
Shadow lining up runway, what is this, 86?
Going over you.
2 lifting.
Hangman Romeo, this is Thunder.
Shadow pushing runway
Go Thunder.
36.
What's going on down there? I see a lot of thermal contacts and
Stalker 5.
shit, can't tell what I see there.
We have 2 down, and I'm wounded. We need immediate support and exfil.
Roger that. You want me to strike anyone that gets charged like coming up on you?
Hey, firm.
Roger that.
Stalker 5, 50.1 radio check.
Gotcha, 50.1.
This is Stalker 6 at holding position for Lightning 2. How copy?
Hey, firm. We have 4. We have 4. 3 wounded. 1 critical.
Thunder rifle, I'm gonna make sure this technical's down.
Hey, firm.
Are all man pads
Checkmate
taken
1,
up?
this is Lightning 2, message.
A-firm.
Checkmate 2, if you could move to wait 1.
Well, Lightning 2, this is Stalker 6. How copy?
This is Lightning 2, send it.
I am staged at 179er09er. How copy?
Lightning 2 copies all. Be advised you have friendlies at 8-digit grid 1787 1076. If you could provide fire support for them under call sign Hangman Romeo. Over.
Call sign Romeo, solid copy.
Correct.
Can you relay those
Hangman
grid again?
Romeo. Over. Checkmate 1, Lightning 2, message.
Lightning 2, go for checkmate 1.
Lightning 2, request you move to LZ Hotel at grid 1, at 8-digit grid 1815 1075. You have a roughly 200 by 200 meter designated grid square to land in for Hangman's evac. Over.
Hangman Romeo, is that enemy squad pushing up? You have any friendlies in the area?
Disregard my
Lightning 2,
last. I believe you are
solid
moving
Be
to
advised,
LZ
we're
Chocolate
leaving the
Cake,
area.
grid 1834 1133. Sorry.
Tracking them currently. They got their Humvee right now.
Lightning 2, this is Thunder.
Send for Lightning 2.
We got an enemy squad by Hangman. Am I cleared on them?
How far away are you? How far away are they from Hangman? Is danger close?
Negative.
Yeah, then hit him. As long as they're not going to damage friendlies, hit him.
Roger that. Thunder's inbound.
All air assets, be advised, smoke marks Hangman's position.
this is Viking 6. I am covering Hangman's position.
Interrogative, are you abandoning that Humvee?
Hey, firm, we're gonna have to. It's disabled.
Make sure to destroy it then on your way out.
We'll do our best.
Thunder rifle.
1, Lightning 2, message.
Thunder, shack on enemy squad. They're dead. Hangman, be advised, looks like there's still a few stragglers coming up on your position still, but like 1 or 2 guys.
Hey, firm.
Stalker 2, I am in a left-hand pattern.
I think I'm above you. Also flying counterclockwise.
Patterson, we're gonna need your help loading it up because I can't load anybody up and Lango's the only one who can.
Lightning's Shadow, I'm coming up.
Lightning 2 copies, be advised, no longer in the battle space. Over.
Hey, from Lightning, can you confirm enemy vehicles?
Negative, cannot confirm enemy vehicles. Lightning 2 is no longer in the battle space and is currently back at FOB. Over.
Hey, firm. This is Lightning to Odin. Are you still up in the UAV?
Lightning, got another squad pushing up on them.
Copy, I'll relay that to Hangman Romeo.
Lightning 2, this is Viking 6. Stalker 1 is outbound with casualty evac. Do you want me to retask or follow them home?
We'll follow them home. All air call signs are cleared from back. Coming position at this time. Over.
2 moving out.
What did he say, CJ? You broke up.
We're going back.
Odin, this is Shadow. Those enemy Vics on the hill, can I wipe them? Odin?
Checkmate 1 approaching South Tower from the northeast, about 3 kilometers. I'm going to do a straight-in emergency landing for the match and casualties on board.
copy.
Conan's currently off comms.
Confirm. I'm gonna ask Lightning. Hey, Lightning, I have armored Vicks with guns on a hill. Can I splash them?
If you're still out in the area, yeah, you're clear to hit him. As long as you're not near any civilian. I don't have eyes in that area, so it's going to be totally your responsibility to get eyes on civilian forces.
Hey, firm. It was the hill that we just retreated from, where the guys were
Gonna
getting
be landing on the pad.
Yeah, firm. It's all clear, so hit it.
Straight in for runway 18, long final.
6 straight in, runway 18, final.
Rifle.
Shadow shack on those vehicles.
This is 6 leaving active runway.
Hey, Thunder, are you with them?
Soulfield traffic, checkmate 1, clear of active. We're down at the MASH.
2 is clearly active.
Checkmate 1 going back to park.
Lightning 2, this is Thunder.
This is Shadow coming in runway 13 for long final. Shadow coming in long final. 13.
Hangman took a ton of contact at their OP. So, really all I'm aware of. I mean, our objectives went pretty quietly. We got our guy, destroyed our caches, and left. So
that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, Hangman, frankly, if they didn't have JTAC with them, they should have had a guy with a backpack radio anyway.
Chucky was there with him, but Chucky became essentially the element leader when Lango went down. And I'm pretty sure Lango went down hard. And then you have these 2 fixed wing assets that are just constantly cycling around and just hitting targets. So
that's good. They're probably laying waste to everything.
Shadow exit Bravo 2.
How'd you guys do? You guys just kind of hang out?
You could say that.
No, did you guys shoot stuff?
No, I just sat on the pad.
Fuck.
Well, got the guys and got them up and brought them back.
Was that a hot LZ?
No,
I was told to come in and cover you.
I was worried it would be a hot LZ and you'd really regret not taking that 60.
Yeah. I tried to hail you to tell you to take the 60 because they had been requesting a Blackhawk, but by the time I got here,
the problem is, all my radios were bugged and none of the aircraft radios were working, and I finally got in this MH6 and it was working.
Yeah, I'm on station edit. I would say refresh your plugin.
I did that multiple times. I
90%
rejoined
sure.
TeamSpeak multiple times.
Then I
Thunder,
Not a big
touchdown.
deal at that point.
It's just all tonight. It was all fucked up.
Yeah,
Taxiway on Bravo 2 for shutdown.
Through Lango to me and then to the ground crew. to
Thunder,
that Black
I'm gonna
Hawk
see you at
Swanson, are you on Whisper?
ATV.
I might be. I'm always on Whisper.
Yep.
I can't hear you.
I'm on
You're
yellow
driving?
now. Is that better?
It's the
You're-
exact same.
I don't know.
shouldn't have turned my volume up.
That's all I got. I'm on
So
yelling.
my
I mean,
T-Bar plugin is just destroyed at this
that's
point.
not good.
Then
That's really not good. It could be the dev plugin too, but I doubt it. I don't know what it is.
well, we're all running the dev plugin.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if it is the dev plugin that's causing the issue.
Well, you're running 110.222, right?
I believe that's what the plugin. That's the plugin data nowadays.
Let me check mine.
Pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah. My plugin version is 1-1.0.222.
Well, we're running 298.
Yeah, my add-on version is that. My plugin version, I guess, is an earlier one.
Ah.
You know what I bet? That's why it doesn't fucking work.
Well, Ian is running 278 on his plugin.
Fuck, that's probably why none of our...
CJ's running 298.
That would explain a lot then, wouldn't it? Fuck.
Yeah,
me.
so our plugins have to be up to date.
Yeah.
Wait.
That's my bad.
How do you know? How do you know
You
what
can-
version we're running?
You can click
Because
on
it says
and
on
it'll tell you.
TeamSpeak when you look. When you click on somebody's name in TeamSpeak, it
I
shows
think we've
what,
got a debrief
what
in the
version.
map room right now.
I know I'm running the right version.
Yeah, it's a couple
I'm
We got
not.
a debrief, guys. Let's go.
It's always me. I'm sorry.
Oh, shut up.
We're coming in.
Hot.
Days. I love you.
And then finally after that RPG, I just watched a tracer, or after I fired off that law, I watched the impact.
Alright, I want you to sync.
And you're gonna have to show me how you do that with the.
Alright, let's head to the map.
You have a glow stick attached to your shit, man. How do you do that?
You
The
just
same as the air.
Oh, okay.
interact, and then you just... I only had it because I was on the flight pad. I didn't want to get hit by a helicopter.
That won't save you. That won't stop anything.
I know it won't, but I didn't have my reflective safety belt on, so I did the next best thing with a high yellow chem light.
What?
I know. I'm such a horrific procedure breaker. I'm sorry.
Do you know how to use the glow stick cover?
No. What?
Is that a?
Hey, so
I don't-
Lango, do I get to claim 3 vehicle kills?
I'm like shield. I definitely fucking hit one on the windshield of a fucking with my loss. I'm pretty happy with that.
I gotta take off my
I
pilot
blew
hat.
up-
Hey,
no,
there's-
that's
get
4
over here,
vehicles,
briefing.
My bad. I shot the gunner and driver
Hey,
out
guys.
of 1. No, 2 I shot the gunner and driver out of. 2 more I blew up with their own Vic.
Solid.
Drop the money.
I just fucking hit one with a wall.
I
We
shot some
killed our guy.
motherfuckers today.
I just cleared up. I just cleaned up after you guys left.
Like, whew.
You
We
got
killed
the
our guy,
maximum
so-
schwackage.
Those AP rockets are solid still.
Maximum schwackage.
Whoever was on that hill and had the 3 technicals. That was. You guys had 3. There was 3 technicals that I saw on that hill.
Alright.
I got danger close with Romeo.
Yeah, that
Toledo.
got back.
Yeah. I was trying to I locked onto them. And I had H's, not D's, so they just wouldn't go off rail. I don't know why. They would not leave the rail.
Alright, ready for a quick debrief here?
Yes.
Yep. Alright, so obviously we had our 2 tasks set out, was to capture HVTs at both Objective Mayor and Objective Oscar, as well as find Red Group caches on location and destroy them, and also identify what was in them. Probably night vision goggles, better Russian, Chinese, and even American equipment in them. I know some teams took photos, so we'll look at those after. But that's what we're expecting to have been in those caches. Roughneck, you moved to your OP, took a MATV Hunter. Kind of left it up to teams to take whatever vehicle they wanted, but for missions like this, I would suggest next time maybe taking something a bit lower profile, so it doesn't silhouette as much on hills or much noise. It was fine for this one, because you had to move into the town anyway, and the armored vehicle helped when you actually approached the town and moved in. Started clearing some of those houses. Taking your time in your OP, we kind of marked up a possible crossing point for you in shallow water. We could see it in UAV and also could see it in the topography of the map. We pushed that to you from C2. You had to move on your objective early because of compromised. Other element got compromised to the northeast, and we had to try and scramble all the aircraft. It kind of broke down what our synchronization of the strikes on those man pads as well as other targets. Ended up being lost in communication too, so there's some radio problems with some of the rotary helicopters. They weren't able to hear some of the calls you were getting, and also sometimes they're being stepped on, so we didn't get those deployed for quite some time. They weren't able to give some air support, so A10s were able to give primary air support on some of those strikes, and then rotary came in to pull people out. Finishing for Roughneck though, guys managed to move into the town, take out minimal enemy resistance there. A&A set up to your southeast, you requested them to push to there, so they're covering the bridge in case you had to come back across. You grabbed a civilian, sent a photo to confirm. Wasn't him, didn't fit the description we gave you before, so that might be something next time, maybe physically write down on a notepad or something, the descriptive factors that we give for the people, because it's easy to forget after a while, once you've been issued it at base or on the radio, if you don't have it written down or a note of it. He was found though after photo confirmation of the first person, determined it wasn't the right person. You guys moved in and found the cache, found him, destroyed it. Minimal damage to structures around it and extracted. I know you wanted to head back in, but we decided to pull you out completely to minimize any casualties or anything that could have possibly gone wrong in the east. Now for Hangman, en route, I think you ended up going the wrong way at first, but you ended up getting on to the correct route. You passed your first hold point. I don't know if that was a tactical decision or if you just accidentally... Okay. And then, I guess when you dropped off your vehicle the first time, you were moving on foot just to see how close you could get it. And then I saw you send people back to get it and move it up. What ended up getting you guys compromised is two your men moved down to these houses. I'm circling in black. I think I'm in global. And there was a guy with a PKM in it.
Yeah, that was partially
Ended
my
up
fault
going
too,
down before... Because the other team wasn't in position, hadn't radioed they were in position, and we were still about 60 or 70% ready with aircraft, like their strike packages, and getting them filled up and equipped. Once they were ready to go, they were going to hit a bunch of targets, and then we were going to synchronize your targets, or synchronize your assaults on these locations on that. So that PKM firing, some people came to investigate and ended up causing QRF to be called in. Some of your shots, some of the guys you're hitting in the town, I think possibly one or two civilians were shot as they were trying to run out of the village. We saw that in the UAV feed. They were trying to run away to the north from a fire. They were definitely unarmed, so that is something to not do again.
I got pictures of those fellas. One of them matched the description. At least it looked like.
Once you moved in towards you, some enemies came out of that cache building, started spraying you. It was me controlling them, obviously. I was trying to shoot around you guys to get you to direct attention to them. I managed to sprint across the field firing from the hip. I was almost getting more accurate shots than some of you guys were, so I don't know what was happening there. Went into the cache building, fired a few shots out the window, and you managed to come back out the door and you gunned them down. For some reason, a grenade or something was launched into the building or thrown in, and it set off all the caches and almost took some of you guys out. Definitely killed the HVT. So capturing him was a failure, but you managed to get the cache down, half of the objective. At this point, we knew the QRF was coming, and there was an order issued to leave the town. But 7 or 8 minutes later, you guys were still in the town. So those trucks started to envelop you. Both times, myself and then Carter over radio were telling you guys to bug out. I constantly could see you guys on UAV stopping to take pot shots at those technicals, when you should have just been laying down a smoke screen and leaving. There was only 4 of you, and there's about 30 people coming to kill you. And I don't know how you guys didn't end up dying on that hill at your set point. It seems like you guys went up there just to try to create a shooting gallery or something. Like, that's...
No.
Just making sure, because like there's a lot of times people are stopping, and then I saw someone do a hero charge with an SPG technical, which looked pretty cool, but it was a pretty dumb thing to do.
Well, let's hear it from the squad.
What happened was that SPG technical came up, we quickly engaged and killed it. Me and Gipsy went and took it because you said pull out, and I knew right there we weren't gonna have enough time to pull out quickly enough. Grabbed it, went up on top of the hill so I could provide cover fire, because as soon as we showed up, as soon as those vehicles started showing up, our other two-man element, Lango, was getting pinned, so we had to provide some sort of cover fire so they could fall back to our position. At which point, someone, I think it was Lango, got hit and couldn't.
Yeah, he was hitting the leg. He was hitting the leg.
Yeah, he couldn't run, so we had to provide support by fire to allow him to get to our position. And the plan from that was, once he got there, just bug out as quick as we could. But then the SPG vehicle we had got disabled, so we had to run on foot, and yeah, just all kinds of bad juju.
I think was what caused a lot of that was when the initial bug out order was given. We waited about 6 to 8 minutes before that we spawned the QRF in and had them come towards you slowly. I think people were just taking too long to leave. Once you're given that order, you should just start booking it, especially when it was issued 3 or 4 times. And I could just see people standing in the open or crouching in the open trying to take pot shots at enemy about 300, 400, 500 meters away from you.
Personally, I think this is a little too big given our numbers. There was no way a 4-man element should ever have been considering assaulting and capturing that cache, or even capturing that guy. There was way too many moving pieces in it for 4-man to control.
Well, the other team did fine. If you direct your attention to the east of the map, there's a QRF list. A commandos and rangers that could have assisted in assaulting it as well. A lot of this should have been able to be done. We structured this mission to be done in a way that if you would have came into that village quietly or at the same time as all the other strikes were happening, there wouldn't have been an enemy QRF, because you had that diversionary strike up north. Plus the air assets hitting all of these targets that were parked around, it would have confused the shit out of the enemy. So you would have only had to deal with about five people spawned in on that town. So that's incredibly doable.
Plus, maybe have one of you guys grab a machine gun next time, just to have it. I know special riflemen are great, but always have a machine gun with you, because you never know when you run into a situation like that.
I think 2 main issues what caused that was that a 2-man element walked down into the town before other teams were in place or air assets were ready. And there was no report issued or sent up to C2 that you guys were moving down to the village, so we had no idea until I could see gunfire. The second thing is when we gave the initial bug out orders, both Carter and I, there was a lot of hanging around, and then eventually the QRF showed up, and then like Chucky said, there was no way to chuck your chase. There's no way to actually get out of there except use the SPG techie and then try to fight your way out. But if the initial, as soon as you were asked to get out, someone asked if they could destroy a radio, and I was like, you're gonna have to get out of there in the next 2 minutes. And about 8 or 9 minutes later, there's people still in the town. That's pretty much what caused the enveloping situations. That, not saying it was ignored, it was just it kind of was quickly forgotten.
Can we hear from Hangman on what they saw?
No, he said it perfectly.
There was from my point of view, there was a lot of shit moving up on you guys.
What became an issue if I know what part you're talking about after I called over the radio and told you that we had destroyed the cache, is that when you gave that order?
Yeah, we said, alright, you're going to need to bug out then, because you're compromised, we'll get you out of there now. And then someone asked, interrogative, can we destroy a radio? It was if you have time, but you have to get out of there in the next 2 minutes.
Okay, so
and 8 minutes later, people were still there.
That's actually partially my fault. I did not hear the part where you said to pull out. I heard you say...
I got a solid copy, so that's why I didn't say it again.
I heard you say that you have 2 minutes, we have 2 minutes, and then it kind of went static, and I'm like, okay, 2 minutes, then we gotta bug out. Alright, we have plenty of time to destroy a radio.
But yeah, the QRF showed up about 8 minutes after that. That's what I'm saying. That's the moment where it kind of broke down. And obviously it's a game, obviously, but it's just for future reference. If like C2's telling you that, it's because they can see what's going on with the UAVs and know when things are going to be responding. And like if you're a 4-man element, it's best to just fucking leave. There's no way you're going to be able to fight off that many people.
Yeah.
One of the reasons you survived is because like some of the explosions. Sorry?
We ended up kind of getting bogged down with like trying to grab pictures of the, you know, who we thought was the HVT, which we ended up grabbing. But yeah, the dude got schwacked in the cache building.
Yeah, I think he like just disappeared too because of the bloodlust. Odd.
How about
Yeah.
Roughneck?
Well, we're pretty much straightforward. Got to our OP, set up, Overwatch, look into town, mark all the targets, and Leclerc pretty much explained it, and after that it's pretty much walk, cut and dry. Moving the town silently, with the vehicle support, if we went loud, we were able to take out most of the targets silently, so that was a good part. Vehicle didn't have to go loud to near the end of the town assault. Got to a cache building. Oh, we grabbed the guy, but that was the wrong guy and wrong building. So we went back to the radio building that the radio was in, and the guy was in there, surrendered. So we were able to get him, plant all the explosives, and get out.
Cool. I think I would have been more useful, but my radios were bugged, and I was in multiple aircraft, and I finally got one where the long-range radio worked. And after a quick survey among the pilots, all of us did not have the updated plugin, which I'm sure caused TFAR to bug out. So we'll make sure that gets fixed.
It's actually incorrect. I was the one that had the incorrect plugin. You guys all had the correct ones.
Oh,
Not
no.
all of us
I
do,
did too.
actually.
Oh,
I
really?
just updated mine like 5 minutes ago.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't have it in there either.
I don't. I have the
One thing. One thing Hawk said is a workaround for that, because sometimes it does bug out, is if you find out it is bugged out, I would just grab like a backpack radio or something and use that. Or like just for the session that it's bugged out.
Yeah.
That's like
Hey,
one workaround on it anyway.
Leclerc, those technicals that are by the burnt out one on the top of the hill. Those were enemy technicals, right?
Which ones?
The ones that are where Hangman was getting shot at. They had their burnt out technical, and then 2 more moved up there.
Yeah, they're probably enemy. I couldn't tell if they were getting back into captured technicals or if it was near a Humvee.
They're no longer operate. I kind of mavericked them.
Oh well, yeah, it was definitely enemy then.
I saw the machine guns on them, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, I got mowed by infantry that was moving up whenever they I saw the lights on that were cresting from the technical, the headlights that were cresting the hill. And I was trying to keep them from coming towards us because I believe either Chase or Chucky was trying to med one or the other. And yeah, that's how I got knocked out.
Yeah, we had a squad walk up on us that didn't help.
Quick thing, Leclerc. That second portion on that water, when we cross over to the little island, from the island to the land, good thing we didn't have the regular Hummer, because that thing would have stopped right there in the water instead of Matt V.
Is it actually that deep?
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was pretty deep. We submerged that vehicle. We went across with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was on the 50 and I could see
negative
that.
2 meters.
No, it's a little bit more than that.
Way more than that. The gun was submerged.
Yeah.
So when I looked at it, we looked at it in like the Zeus camera and stuff as well, and it looked like it was only up to like the knees.
No,
that's why we had said.
No.
Map says 6 feet.
Yeah.
There's a part of it that goes up to -3 meters.
Interesting.
So
there's a -1 meter there. Huh.
Look at
what would happen?
Right there.
Should have happened is we went across that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Then
when we were
would
looking
be
at
safe.
Zeus camera, that some reason did not look that deep.
That was deep.
It was
Yeah.
deep.
I was on
I
the
mean,
gun.
you
I was
look at
just,
Map V, how tall the Map V is, and the whole gun was pretty much covered.
yeah, I could get it. It was like right on the crest of the windows when I was the gun.
Funny. Those man-pad strikes were pretty good. Those were taken out. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add. Does anyone else have anything?
Well, good thing that Map V has a snorkel.
That's pretty funny.
Who's this guy standing here?
Yeah.
One of the ones I captured.
Or HVT.
Yep.
Gotta be
Yeah, like-
hog-tied on his face in the fucking chew over there.
I also just want people to know with these debriefs, like I'm not doing it to blast people to try and make them feel bad. I'm just trying to like point out where things went wrong so we can fix them for next time. Because there's just like some stuff was lost in the communication of things, especially since like a lot of like the planning for like the coordinated strikes and coordinated airstrikes. Well, coordinated strikes for the two teams was delineated here at base before you left. But the airstrikes, I issued that call over like 6-2 and 5-5 to try and make sure all the teams knew that that's what we're planning to do. So,
Yeah, it kind of went to shit after we got diverted to supervise close cast, so there was some left over.
And
well, I pickled all 3 of mine. One of mine missed because I only have 8-digit
Which
coordinates.
buildings?
I'm trying to hit a man. And then I think you got all of yours.
Yeah.
there's so many explosions I couldn't take control of people anymore. Like it was lagging on my game, so I had to restart.
Well, yeah, when we did close cast, they were like, I have a peck laser on it. I'm like, I have 6 bombs. Here you go.
Hey, I got 30 in front of my 10.
Hey, by the way, Captain Ryder, you got plug-in 29 or 6.
Oh shit, I got the wrong one.
Yeah, we're on 298 now.
Well, I have everyone else here as well. Just a couple of other things. So yeah, obviously, double check your testers, radio plugins, make sure all of that's nice and good. Double check some of your other mods as well. I know a couple of people might still be running the older version of RC, 75th RC Immersion. Last thing is the posting of LOAs. Something that we pushed through as like a policy. Well, it's been a policy for like almost a year and a half, but we kind of reinforced it a few months ago with leadership as well as members, and it's starting to slack off again. I know some people think notifying one of your team members or your assistant sergeant or your team sergeant's enough, but people forget to tell other people. So then command has to go around asking people where they were, or asking people where these people in their team were. When it's much easier to go on the Steam group to the LOA section and post a one-sentence thing saying that you're not going to be here. Takes like 5 to 10 seconds to post that, and everyone sees it at the same time. It's the most efficient way to notify people you're not going to be here. That's really the only valid way of doing it too, because this is something we've asked people to do quite a while, and then wonder where people are, and then someone in the team, like all of a sudden someone maybe like say like Eilers is like, oh yeah, Chucky told me he wasn't going to be here. I'm like, well, okay. Kind of too late to know that now, because we have to scale the numbers now. So it's something to, obviously if it's an emergency and you have to post it later, you can go ahead and do that, but trying to notify individuals like myself or Carter or Harris or anyone in your teams, just go into the Steam group and post it. It's much easier. It's easier for you to do, it's way less work for you to do, plus everyone sees it at the same time.
By the way, I have a question about that. Is there a notification function in the Steam messages that pops on your phone or any damn thing like that?
It should come up as a comment has been posted.
Yeah, I see that, yep.
So like if I posted an LOA, it should come up in your Steam app saying a comment has been posted in the Steam group. That's usually, I'll see that. There's like 3 or 4 comments, and I'll see some of the people have posted LOAs. So it's pretty